LeBron James was taken with the first overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Up until this point, LeBron James is a 4-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, 16-time All-Star. He's made 15 All-NBA teams, including 12 All-First teams, All-NBA first teams. He's a 6-time All-Defensive team member, including first team 5 times. Of course, he was the Rookie of the Year in 2004. Today, LeBron is a global icon. He's a guy that you either love or you hate. The leverage that NBA players hold when negotiating contracts today is of levels that has never been seen in the history of American sports, and that is due to LeBron James. Because of this, he faces a lot of scrutiny from past players, coaches, GMs, owners, and a lot of fans. Some of this criticism may be warranted, but some of it also isn't. I'm Tri Khan, and this is Unpopular Facts. Before we get started, I'm going to say this in a non-generic way. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel, as well as hitting the notification bell. I put a lot of work into what I do. I have a great content creator in Reese. We put a lot of work and a lot of time into this, and all it takes for you is 2 seconds to like and subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Before we get started, I'm going to let you guys know I'm not going to turn this into a Michael Jordan and LeBron James greatest of all time debate. But when you mention LeBron, obviously he wears the number 23 because of Michael Jordan. And when you talk about LeBron, you just can't go that long without mentioning Michael Jordan. Okay, their legacies are going to forever be intertwined. And part of the reason for the LeBron hate is Michael Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan is God to a lot of people. He is literally a god to them. And even the thought of somebody else being labeled the GOAT just fucks up their brain. And they will use whatever argument, no matter how stupid, to prove their point. Like, for instance, the 6-for-6 argument and LeBron James' final record. LeBron James's finals record, okay? That wasn't even a thing. Okay, before LeBron started making it to the finals, that wasn't even a thing when you looked at guys' finals records. Last time I checked, making the finals was a good thing. Is it not? Or was he supposed to lose in the first round? So let's just say LeBron had lost in the first round those 6 years, those 6 times he made it to the finals. Then he'd be 3 for 3. You see what I'm saying? But MJ lost in the first round, what, 3 times? Second round a few times, and even in the conference finals. So how the hell do you penalize LeBron for making it to the finals, but you don't penalize Jordan for losing in the first round? That is the stupidity of these people when they argue this point. Okay, you have to look at it from an objective lens. Now, back to LeBron James. And I have to say this. I'm not a mega fan of either one. Okay, I'm not overly LeBron and overly Jordan. Okay, I consider myself an NBA historian. I study the game and really look at what teams, who was on what team, what level was what player playing at, comparing NBA errors. Okay, so and I'm a Tim Duncan fan. Okay, I believe Tim Duncan is the best big man of all time. We can argue that later, but this is coming from a Tim Duncan fan. I'm not more MJ than LeBron, so I'm looking through an objective lens. Let's start with this, and I think most of us can agree that LeBron may be the most hated on person since Jesus Christ. And I can tell you why. The guy came in the league, got a big tattoo that said Chosen One. Okay, number 1 pick in the draft, 18 years old, instant millionaire. Okay, so he's going to get hated on for that reason. He made more money in 1 year than some people make in 3 lifetimes. So I can understand some of the people that hate him there. Okay, and you got former players who, obviously he's led this whole player empowerment movement, and rightfully so. I mean, players got fucked over back in the days. You had Charles Barkley said, man, I wish my mom had me 25 years later, when looking at these contracts that players are getting in today's age. And that's all due to LeBron. Okay, I mean, it's not all due to LeBron. I think it would have moved in this direction regardless, but the acceleration of it, okay, it should have been happening in the 80s, 70s. All right, players were not appropriately compensated. So he led that movement, which is a good thing. When you go to his time with the Heat, and that was when, I mean, I think he was more hated on than Jesus Christ at that point. Sorry to those that are overly religious, but he was hated and it was just unwarranted, understandable hate towards this man. You're mad at him because he leaves Cleveland. Okay, he had a generic ass coach in Mike Brown. Mike Brown is okay. Okay, he didn't have a Greg Popovich. He didn't have a Zen Master, Phil Jackson. He didn't have Mike D'Antoni. He did not have any legendary coaches in Cleveland. The GM was incompetent. The best player he had while he was in Cleveland was fucking Mo Williams. And Mo Williams wasn't that bad. Career highs of 17 a game. But that's not a competent second option when you talk about trying to win a championship. Okay, so let's kind of cross that out here and say, oh, well, he wanted to go form a super team. Well, Jordan's super team was brought to him. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, he didn't have to ask for him. He got him. And Jordan threatened to leave. You people forget that. He threatened to leave the Bulls in his prime several times. And then you look at LeBron, already took a finals loss in 2007 when he dragged this team. Look at this team right here. Drew Gooden, Ilgauskas, Daniel Gibson. Now you look at Larry Hughes there. Larry Hughes, he was a good player. Okay, nice two-way player back in the mid-2000s. The Larry Hughes that LeBron got was not the 22 per game scorer that he was in Washington with Gilbert Arenas. Okay, that wasn't the same Larry Hughes. The all-defensive, lockdown defender Larry Hughes. Now, when he first got to Cleveland, it was like, oh, this is going to be a Scottie Pippen. No, he wasn't even his fucking BJ Armstrong. He was barely his Steve Kerr. Now, he was better than Steve Kerr. But still, he was not a Scottie Pippen or even close. Now, he goes in the finals against the Spurs. Okay, I'm talking about Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker all in their primes. Bruce Bowen, just all over him like a hawk. Like, of course he's going to lose. You replace him with Jordan, he's losing. You put Jordan on that Cavs team, he is losing. You put Kobe on that Cavs team instead of LeBron, he's losing. Okay, so the whole stupid 6-for-6 argument, and I know I'm trying not to make it a Jordan and LeBron debate, is stupid. Imagine this. You're working at a company. You're doing the best that you can at work. Okay, you're pulling your weight and a lot of other people's weight too. Couldn't be me, but you're pulling out everybody's weight. You're doing a good job, and the company shuts down. Okay, the company fails, shuts down, doesn't meet its goals, whatever the case may be, and then you're blamed for it. Doesn't sound right, does it? Okay, that's what you guys are doing to LeBron. Now, the guy did not have a competent GM or a competent coach. He had to leave. And then you guys would have blamed him. If he never won a championship or whatever, you guys would have blamed him. You wouldn't have looked at the GM. You wouldn't have looked at the generic ass coach and Mike Brown. You wouldn't have looked at that. You would have looked at LeBron and said, oh, yeah, you're not Jordan. That's stupid. And it's the guys like Rob Parker and the fat guy with the hat, Jason Whitlock, that they never have anything nice to say about the guy. Those guys are paid LeBron haters. They're paid to hate LeBron. I'm positive they are. There's no way. When he wins a championship, oh, he's got to win more. When he doesn't win a championship, see? What the fuck is that? And now when I say this, I'm not referring to, when he wore the shirt that said I can't breathe, and, when he basically speaks on equality and those kind of things. I'm not speaking about that. Okay, when I say this. But LeBron James, he's a little too damn political. He's a little too, I'm not, of course, I'm not implying go shut up and dribble. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's both Republicans and Democrats in the NBA stands. As divided as we are as a country right now, sometimes it's probably smarter from a business standpoint to say, look, I'm not going to speak on party affiliations. Now, equality and, social justice, fine. But LeBron is a little too political, and I agree with some people when they say he should tone it down some. Because like I said, some people may agree or disagree. Now you talk about, like I said, social injustices and equality, fine. I think, I mean, I like it when he speaks up on that. But he said certain things at times, and I'm like, bro, you could have shut up about that. Like his whole thing with China, he probably could have shut up about that. And now we'll get back to basketball. When you look at the 2017 and 2018 finals losses that he took against the souped up Golden State Warriors, we have to remember, okay? We have to remember this. That team was formed because of LeBron. We can never forget that. We can never forget that, because if LeBron did not exist, KD would not have joined the Warriors. I mean, I can't get over that. How the hell you people compare what LeBron did to what KD did? Not only did KD have a competent number 2 in Russell Westbrook, regardless of how you feel about his inefficiency, okay, like I think Scott Brooks is an okay coach. I don't think he's, I think he's above average. I don't think he's a Zen master or Greg Popovich or even a Brad Stevens. But he had a competent running mate in Russell Westbrook, had Serge Ibaka, and the front office is competent as well, because they drafted Russell Westbrook. They drafted James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Reggie Jackson. They know what they're doing when it comes to selecting players. Maybe not so much as keeping that talent. Okay, they could have kept James Harden. All it took was $4 million. That they would have been over the luxury tax for a little bit. I mean, they could have shedded it by getting rid of certain players or whatever. But and then what's crazy is that the cap limit eventually rose. Okay, so it rose past what they would have given Harden, and they wouldn't have been in the luxury tax anyway. But that's besides the point. But Kevin Durant had all these things. Okay, he was equipped. LeBron James didn't have a fucking Russell Westbrook, fellas. Didn't even have a Serge Ibaka. Yes, not even Serge Ibaka. Not to talk of a James Harden coming off his bench. And you expected him to stay. Would you have stayed? And that's the one thing that KD taught us, that not all rings are created equal. That's why KD's emotional and makes burner accounts, because he knows what he did was weak. What LeBron did was understandable. Why the hell am I going to wait for a GM to assemble this when I can just assemble it myself? It's the same damn thing. If a GM had made those trades and traded for D Wade and Bosh, okay, like the Celtics did when they traded for KG and Ray Allen, and then formed that big three, why LeBron just didn't want to wait till he got old to do that shit? Come on, fellas. Come on. The one blemish on LeBron's career, okay? I don't like how he handled the decision, okay? Doing a whole hour special, I think it was 75 minutes total, doing a whole 75-minute special on ESPN just to, that's like breaking up with your girlfriend on social media. It's weak, okay? I would say, okay, the two blemishes are that, the decision, and the 2011 finals loss. Now, that is the one thing that I can say that I don't believe Jordan would have taken that 07 Cavs team to the finals. I don't believe it. Okay, when you look at the numbers and look at how LeBron dismantled the Pistons, okay, who won the championship 3 years prior, with Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey Billups and Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, I don't believe anybody else could have beaten that team at that time, other than 22, 6'9", 250-pound LeBron James. I mean, just go watch the highlights. He scored every last bucket, and he does it efficiently. But anyway, the 2011 finals is the one blemish on that man's record. Okay, if you want to talk about anything, you bring that up, I'll shut up. Okay, and I'm not a LeBron apologist here, but we have to look at these things objectively and actually try to take our feelings and the way we look at MJ, okay, we have to take it out of it. But that's it for the video. Thank you for making it to the end. I felt like it was overdue, long overdue for a LeBron James honest truth video. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Helps out more than you know. Help us grow the channel. We put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this, and we're going to continue to drop content daily. Yes, that's right, daily. I'm Tricon, and this is Unpopular Facts.